Bulls! The 90s Bulls! Yo, what's up? Welcome back. Project CFC. Tonight we're going to be getting into The Last Dance. I know you guys been watching this. I know I've been watching this. We're a little bit into it now, but tonight we're going to be talking about that. I got my main man, one of my best friends, Tony, in with me tonight to do this, to talk about basketball and actually the cards and how they relate into The Last Dance. We're going to have a few players we like, a few players that are on other teams, and this should be a lot of fun. All right. Well, welcome in my guest, Tony. Best friends, long time. What's up, dude?
What's up? What?
I'm super excited to have him in. We're going to be talking, like I said, about Last Dance tonight, Bulls basketball cards in general. I know he's completely enjoyed this series. Tony, what would you say would be your favorite part about this Last Dance thing so far?
Oh man, I can't even tell you a favorite part. I mean, I feel like I'm reliving my childhood. I mean, I grew up during that time, so I mean, I guess if I had to pick one moment of The Last Dance, I guess I would have picked that 92 year when they played Clyde the Glide Drexler. And there was that one time where Michael actually was playing cards with Magic Johnson the night before, and was telling him how he should watch that game, and he came out and just lit up the game, and he just shrugged his shoulders as he went by at Magic, just like, I told you.
We all know the shrug game. Game was great. I mean, Michael Jordan, obviously we got him up back here, 6 championships. What's been great about this Last Dance, I'd say, is we've been watching the market on it, watching cards, following some other things, and we've been seeing all these cards go up, and nothing but up. I mean, it's just, that's how they've been, and that's what's been exciting to get in this. So we're going to talk about some of those 90s players right off the bat. We won't get into Michael. Everyone's got into Michael. He's obviously our favorite guy to get into, but we're going to talk a little bit about starting off with our first rookie card, Scottie Pippen. I mean, that's what our first card we're going to get into tonight. He was drafted when?
He was drafted in 1987 by actually Seattle Supersonics, and then he was traded before he even knew. He was actually traded.
The only good thing Krause might have done, at least, that they portrayed him.
Yeah, I mean, he did put the Bulls together, but yes, in the beginning, yes, that was actually a huge thing that Krause did to put Michael and Pippen together.
It was a good trade. Yeah, he's all-time great.
Oh, absolutely, Hall of Famer.
So his rookie card, which is the
1988 Feeler number 20, PSA 10, Gem Mint, is his rookie.
We're only going to be talking about Gem Mints tonight. PSA 10s.
Only PSA 10s.
That's it, the 6 guys we're going to be talking tonight. But Pippen being one of them, since they went into it, his market just from last month to this month, it is outstanding. This card is... Tell me a little bit about this card, Tony.
So this card, just in the last 4 months has gone up remarkable. I mean, just to give you some perspective, February the card sold. February 18th.
He's in his Bulls uniform in this card, right?
He is. So it's a Scottie Pippen. Let me get into the card a little bit. The Scottie Pippen card, rookie card, is him going up for a layup in the traditional Bulls road red, with obviously number 33 on it, and it's an iconic card from there. I mean,
it's a Fleer card with the sides, the reds, the blues. You guys all know that.
Right. I mean,
the Fleer card. Those are classic early '90s cards to have.
Yeah, I mean, it brings back so many memories just looking at the card. I mean, him as a young basketball player.
Skinny,
absolutely. But this card gone up unbelievably. I mean, February again of 18, it sold for $590.
Which is a good for a Hall of Famer.
A very, very good price.
Gem in 10, yeah, okay.
And then if we go into perspective of, now after The Last Dance has come out, the influx of people, watching that and kind of be influenced by that.
3 weeks into it now.
We're looking into a $2,500 card that just sold back in April.
$2,500 card. Mm-hmm. $2,500, you guys hear that?
I mean, that was
the gains in a month.
Unbelievable.
And that's... I mean, we're talking about influenced by the only maybe sportsman in here. I mean, we still believe the market's going that way.
Oh, absolutely. The whole market
is going that way. But certain players that are been influenced by this Last Dance are skyrocketing. That's a cool card to have. I mean, Rodman to the Batman. It's his classic rookie card. And if you would have bought this card just last month, holy cow. But I don't think that's going down. Yes, you might be able to get a little now. Do you think maybe not quite the gains over the next from maybe month to month? No, I don't think it's going to go up to 5,000, but it might hit 27, 2,800.
Yeah, I believe. I believe that this growth happened for a couple of reasons that are happening now. With what situation we're in right now, and also with the fact that this is the only thing that's on TV right now as far as sports goes. Not to mention, a lot of people live this era, so they're reliving it, so they're excited about it. And with the card market growing as much as it is, and people getting into it a little bit more, I do think cards are going to go up, but I don't think it's going to be up as much as this did in the period of time that it did. Those gains were exponential in the card business.
And he's a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
It's Scottie Pippen, one of the most underrated players of all time.
Underrated galore. Pay-wise, visibility-wise, underrated.
Yes. Our next card, Dennis Rodman. Dude, Dennis Rodman. His character, his ability on the court. Oh man!
His just the knowledge that man had. I'm glad he showcased how smart he was. How he studied the rotation of players, and how he bounced off the rim. It was physics.
I did not know that about Rodman. I knew he was some athletic. Those are the deep parts this Last Dance is getting into.
Yeah.
That part about Dennis Rodman was like, man, he was not only athletic and a psycho in a good way. He was a psycho in a good way.
It was fun to watch.
It's fun to watch, but a genius at the art of which he played basketball.
Yeah.
In rebounding, blocking shots. This man.
The energy.
The reason why he's fall. Where did he get that energy? He's spending all this time with Carmen Electra and Madonna, and I don't know where that energy comes from.
He kept going. He's an energetic buddy.
And I've heard some stories from that man. And growing up Bulls fans, I used to look forward to seeing what color hair he had.
Yes, every game. Remember the McDonald's cups? You remember that you used to pour your drink in there, and as it got cold, the Rodman hair would change colors. I used to have all of them. I was a huge Bulls fanatic.
Yes, those are old school.
Those were awesome.
Fun. The tribute he did to Michael when he came back, or even when Scotty, since we're talking about Scotty, his 33 when he did that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was cool. But his card, okay, let's get into this. Now, Rodman's had his own thing, so his card started a little higher than, or almost exactly the same price as Pippen's card did.
Okay.
$550. Now, this is his rookie card. Is number 43, Jim and 10, like I'm talking about. It's a Fleer card. Also has that same outside pattern that we love, that classic Fleer look to it. $550 in April 13th.
My birthday.
So $550.
Good day.
So for on the 3rd, $1,025. $1,025. That's 2 cards in a row. Just boom, basically double.
$500. $500. That's a good birthday present right there.
Right.
I probably wouldn't got rid of it because still that kind of Rodman card. But if you wanted to, absolutely.
Like you could have bought a couple of them for $550.
Absolutely. And they get one.
High. And I'm not saying these are choices that we're making as a group.
Absolutely not.
But we're looking at in his base cards doing the same tonight. But we're just kind of giving you some examples of what the market in the high value market is doing right now. And Dennis Rodman being such a cool player and part of this Last Dance, he's just an iconic guy. And I think his card might continue to trend up just like Pippen, just put a little bit more, but so you might make a few hundred. I don't think it'll double so much.
No.
But all cards are still continuing to go up. So this Dennis Rodman card, awesome card. Go get it now. You might make a few hundred, or just put it in your collection.
You might definitely
in your collection. Hall of Fame guy. We'll get into another Bulls here. Our next card, Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr. Dude, we all know him now. At least you youngsters know who this guy is. You might not have seen him play, but he's coaching Golden State Warriors.
Almost teams to watch right now.
You didn't know this dude's an 8-time champion. 8.
Yeah.
He's actually got more rings than Michael.
What is it? Chicago with the Bulls, the Spurs.
He's got 5 as a player, 3 with the Bulls, 2 with the Spurs, and another couple with the Warriors as a coach. So, yeah, his card has gone up. I think they're going to get a little more into him here in the last dance.
I do too. They almost left it hanging.
Yeah, he was drafted in '88. He bounced around a little bit before he got into Chicago.
Yes, he did.
I think he started with the Suns. He was a second-round pick. Yet again, back into that second round. Back in the 80s, that second round was great. Kerr made it to the Bulls for basically that second repeat. He wasn't part of that.
He was the second, three-peat.
The second three-peat. And played a big role.
Absolutely. I mean, he was the
game winner, right? In 97, Game 6 against the Jazz.
Yes.
Against the Jazz, that dude hit that shot from 3. Michael actually passed it off. He nailed that one.
I mean, it was similar to the 93 Bulls championship win over Charles Barkley in the Phoenix Suns, and passing out to John Paxson on the wing to shoot the 3.
Yes, almost the same thing. So Kerr's had all of his things. He's like the highest 3-point percentage at like 45.4%. Kerr's great, not just as a player. Now he's getting all of his accolades as a coach now, which I think has also helped his value of a card. But when you look at the card, this is another example what the Last Dance has been doing, dude. All right, 1988, his rookie card again, okay? This is the Hoops rookie card, not the Fleer. He's got a Hoops one. That's his like big PSA 10 Hoops card. Looks like his high school
basketball picture. Yeah, so he's sitting there with the ball.
Yes. It's them doing nothing other than sitting in a Cavs jersey holding a basketball. Looks like he's going to be a coach one day. At least that's what his picture looks like. And April 1st, that card was selling for $25. $25. They're going out buy a bunch of them.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, $25. Last month, or just a few days ago, $150.
Wow.
$150.
Wow, 1 month.
And that's like some big dude in the Last Dance. That's why we're talking about these guys. And these are in a month, and they're selling around that 150, 175 mark. And he's also visible, so his card might do a little more. Like I said, the picture's it's not the coolest card in the world. It's pretty basic.
I mean, for how it's going up right now, and for the fact of that once we get back into the season, he's still going to be a coach.
Yep.
I mean,
they might win again next year.
Absolutely.
Have like a lottery pick.
And with everything going on, that could bring it up more. I mean, there's other things that are maybe coming out, with him and his accomplishments he has.
Yeah, we might get a Hall of Fame. So this might be something you might want to hold on to before Kerr gets like a Hall of Fame inductee into his both as a player and coach type deal.
Yeah, it's some things that people don't look at with this because he's got double potential down the road. Absolutely.
So out of the few cards we've talked about before, this one might have a little more still peak to it. Even though you got it for $25 a month ago, $25 a month ago. This just shows what this COVID and this Last Dance has been doing to cards.
And who knows? I believe.
And it might go up because we're going to see him next week.
That's right, exactly what I was about to say. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think it's gonna go because I do think it's gonna go more into the whole Jordan and Kerr situation in the next couple episodes, which when we bring the card up.
They get into a fight.
They do. But we have to let you watch what happens.
Hopefully we'll see that in Last Dance. I heard there was no cameras though. I was hoping to see a deck. Just a right hook from one of the two, but I don't. Jordan ain't like that.
The moment that happened, that got if it got on tape.
But some of these guys, like they faced these Bulls players in the 90s. I'll get into our next cards. A little bit of Charles Barkley. You all know Charles Barkley. They beat him up in the 93 series there, right?
When he was on the Phoenix Suns. He got drafted by the 76ers in 1984 as 5th round pick. fifth pick of the first round. Excuse me, fifth pick of the first round. He played for 76ers up to 92. 92, he went to play with the Phoenix Suns, and then obviously we got into 93. They built that team there, and they ended up coming and played the 1993 NBA Finals.
But he's a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely a Hall of Famer. I mean, he was one of the greatest.
He could back that big reel of his into the post and take a lot of guys down. To me, a little unconventional, but man, that guy had great body work. And
back in those days, basketball was hard-nosed, down on the block. I mean, that's how you...
But nobody's beating
Michael Jordan. Come on. He's the greatest.
Nobody's beating him in a championship.
He wouldn't let anybody win in the finals.
But So he's prominent a little bit more because he's on TNT. He does basketball, so everyone knows him. Yeah, his card started a little higher. What did it start? Since we're referencing about a month ago, where was Charles Barkley in his 76 uniform, right?
Yeah, so Charles Barkley's rookie card in obviously his 76ers uniform. It was his 86 Feelers PSA 10.
The Fleer card.
Fleer card. Yes, absolutely. These Fleer cards are really nice. They're iconic.
Keep going back to them.
I love them. Absolutely. This is a number 7 PSA 10 gem mint. Again, Charles Barkley was a Hall of Famer. So his card obviously was, like Jason said, higher. Starting off in February was $1,560.
$1,500. And I think that's, we talked about Kerr and Pippen and Rodman, and I don't think their cards are starting at size because everyone knows who Barkley is.
Everybody knows who Barkley is. Because
he does all the games now. Yeah. So starting at $1,500 and in a month, and we'll see kind of next week since we just talked about Charles in this week's episode. Where has his card gone in a month?
I mean, in a month, we were looking at a last sale was $2,475.
So like $900.
Like $900. Yeah, absolutely.
Get the $900.
I mean, and the most surprising thing out of everything is that obviously with these iconic players, you're looking at gains and growth of cards over time. That's
not this month gain is spent crazy.
Exactly. Between what's happening, obviously, with people getting more into sports cards, obviously, because sports card entries have gone up a lot. You're seeing these bigger gains, especially with these Hall of Famers, these older.
And since this is honestly the only thing that we get to watch right now related to sports,
very true.
And us being big Bulls fans, it kind of brings us back there. So after beating up on him, the Bulls continued to also beat up, which they showed last in the other episodes, was
Super Science with Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp, which is one of my favorite dunkers of all time. One of my personal favorite dunkers of all time.
I mean, I know that the NBA and fans, they talk about Vince Carter. He was an iconic dunker, but Sean Kemp started. I mean, that's what I mean. Nobody before. We saw dunks on people, but nobody before that saw dunks the way that Sean Kemp did. I mean, he was
vicious around the rim. So one of my personal kind of fun players to watch back in that era. And then, of course,
obviously,
Michael takes him. So he has no rings. He does have 6 All-Star games. Yeah. He's made it to the championships. One of my friends says he's on the cover with Hakeem Olajuwon of NBA Jam.
Yep. Dude, you remember that? You remember NBA Jam?
NBA Jam from downtown.
NBA Jam TE, remember that too? Where you can double dunk.
He's on fire!
Oh my goodness! Absolutely. I mean, Sean Kemp. He was a kind of. He was listed as part of the top 50 NBA players when they did that whole top 50 NBA players where Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen obviously were part of it. That's Rodman and Sean Kemp was there.
Yes, all those guys went on that game. Which, if you guys ever played that game, still you could play that game. It's fantastic.
Oh my god! If I had it.
His card, the 1991 Fleer again, rookie card, number 178, PSA 10, gem mint. So back in March, $27. It's about what Cruz car was selling.
That's a good price for it.
But should be higher. I think should be because he's all one of my favorites, anyways.
Agreed.
Only now May 1st up to $47. Okay. Not as high. But the same person also selling up $300. So I see it now listed around $300. I haven't seen it sold.
For what date? Was it 47?
May 1st.
May 1st till now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
we'll have to see how that.
And that's just in a week. And I think that's a little projection stuff. So if you got there, and I believe that it is going to go up. We haven't seen him yet.
Nope, we have not.
We haven't seen his part of the Last Dance series yet.
And I really hope they get into that because he is an iconic player of the NBA.
Yeah, I don't see him going up like a couple maybe of these other guys, but I think his card might double in value, get up to $100, $110. I could see this card doing that.
I think with the impact that the market, it is a cool card, but I think with the impact of the market right now, I agree with you 100%. I think it could double in price, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it takes seeing it a little bit. So this is just us projecting forward on this Last Dance thing.
We'll find out. I mean, stay tuned to find out if it actually it works out or not for us.
Exactly. And so then going into the next part, so continuing to project forward into this Last Dance series, we know obviously what happens, but we're talking about the cards and what's kind of going to happen. So let's get into our last card here in Utah when the Bulls play in Utah. Karl Malone,
the mailman.
Yeah.
I mean, now that's what he was known by.
Yep.
Karl Malone. I mean, he played the Bulls in two finals. Two finals, and again,
the Last Dance finals that we're talking.
Exactly. Like we said, Michael Jordan didn't let anybody win. The finals. Karl Malone was drafted in 1985 by actually the Utah Jazz. He was the 13th pick of the first round. He was 13th pick, mind you, of the first round, and look at what kind of player he became. I mean, he's an iconic Hall of Famer, obviously, top 50 player of the NBA.
I mean, that team itself, Utah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was Karl Malone. John Stockton. Russell. I mean, that team was a really good team. I mean, that's why they went back-to-back finals. But obviously, unfortunately, they played the Bulls and Michael and the Bulls.
So many of these guys that we're going to be talking about here in the 90s and stuff like that, too, none. He has them all.
He didn't let anybody win a ring. Once he won his first, got his taste. He didn't let anybody
Shaq stole a couple when he disappeared.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Charles tried. But and Malone. Well,
and what is his card kind of been doing in this? Mark, we haven't seen him yet. Yes, I can.
Absolutely, but you know what? Again, how we've been talking about how the Last Dance we believe has had an impact on the card market. Obviously, just to give you an idea, Karl Malone back in February was $715. I mean, a respectable, obviously, amount. I mean, Karl Malone is a iconic player. I mean, that was his 1986-87, Fleer basketball number 68 rookie card. Obviously, PSA 10, John Mint. But after the Last Dance, started, I mean, his card now is going for $1,199. And we haven't even seen, obviously, how much we're going to get into that.
We haven't even seen
glimpses of, 97, but we haven't seen the whole, what he's going to get into. I would hope we get into Karl Malone more because of how good of a player he was and how much, he was an iconic player during those two series.
And then Stockton, I believe.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
Absolutely.
And like we said, and this is card number 6 of ours that all relate back to the Last Dance. Every single one of these cards are raising in value. Every single one have from doubled to tripled to only getting $20 but everything has gone up, and we continue to see these go up. I think the Karl Malone card might go up even more.
Absolutely. I mean, we're not saying that this is what it's impacting the entire card market, at least with these players in general. I mean, but this definitely has an impact on the market right now.
Absolutely. And these are all Hall of Fame players that we're sticking with here, all Gem Mint cards, pens that we're talking about here. I also do see it also in the non-graded cards. You can get a bunch of these, have them graded. There's a lot out there, especially like that Steve Kerr one. I see books of that.
I saw and I missed it. It was my fault. I missed it. I should have reacted quicker. I saw that Scottie Pippen, that rookie PSA 10 card. I saw there was 30 seconds left in the actual auction, and it sold for $125. The card, when I looked at it and went back and zoomed in, the card was in very good condition. I mean, this could have probably been a PSA 9.5 or PSA 10.
That's what you're hoping to look for to gain yours. You're hoping to grab those ungraded cards and get those, especially in this time right now. I mean, PSA is struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting all those cards back to you. So you're hoping you already had these cards graded.
Yeah.
But or maybe you're just looking to buy. Yeah. Put it in your own collection. So Bulls fans, I've enjoyed every moment of this. Just talking about this Last Dance and all these Bulls players and their cards, and just watching this market right now because of this series has just been wild.
It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun on so many aspects. Last Dance aspect, obviously, and also the card market as well. It's been fun to see. It really has. It's exciting.
Yeah, we just got to so our advice maybe is continue to watch this Last Dance.
Yeah.
Get into some of these maybe cards that we talked about or that you believe in that they haven't even got into yet, and look at those cards.
And we obviously were very flair heavy today. We were very PSA 10 John Mint, but that's just because of all rookie cards. But that's all we were just talking about today. Just to give you a little bit more of insight. But there are other cards out there that are obviously on the lower end of things that are base cards that are actually going up as well. I mean, it's not just these. I mean, sometimes a base card actually can make you a good margin of profit.
Even a few bucks if you're just looking to flip a few of them. The ones that we talked about, or even, or like we said, collecting them, which we're trying to get more and more into being Bulls fans. We got our Jordan ones.
Yeah, we got our Jordan ones. I mean, some Sky Pippen, stuff like that.
Some car. I don't really personally think that card is really a pretty card, but it's worth money right now.
You're still thinking Coach.
Yeah,
high school pictures where you're still thinking.
Exactly.
But you know what? Realistically, it's just some of these cards may be stuff that you would want to hold on to for a little bit. I mean, again, I think that a lot of them are iconic, and you'll just have to make decisions on what you guys think is best for you, and we hope to see what you guys are going to do with your cards, and we'll let you know what we're going to do with ours in the future.
Yeah. So we can 100% appreciate you guys watching this. It was a ton of fun talking about The Last Dance. I think we're going to get back into this once it's over.
I think we should do one more once it's all over.
Yeah, we are. But we're going to do one more to this once it's over. So subscribe to this.
We can go over our predictions.
Yeah.
Let's see exactly where we go. I mean, again, we're just getting started into this. We want you guys to follow us into it. I mean, we have a passion for this, and we hope to see if our predictions in the future are actually going to pan out.
Yeah, I totally agree. We're going to get some cards. You guys get some. Comment below. Let us know what you guys got. We're going to hopefully make some money off this. Hang it on our wall. See what we can do.
Absolutely.
So,
are you still looking into those cards? What you said in episode 1, the little card?
Yes, I will show you. You know what? I will ask my man behind the camera to somehow fit that in.
We'll put it somewhere.
Maybe of this artwork here in the end. But thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Subscribe, please. Like this, please, for us. And keep following us on this. I mean, you're gonna, keep following Jason.
Yeah. I hope you guys continue to watch. This has been so much fun. Balls out, man. Thank you.
Thank you.